Alright, so it's HoneyCon 2017. You're going to undertake the greatest heist that the world has ever seen. There's two things. One, you have a complex plan that requires precise timing. Two, you're a goddamn bear.
We're bone.
Roll a 3d6 that determined who you are, what your role, and what type of bear.
How many? 3d6?
Yep.
Four, 5, and 6.
Alright, so you... Since you rolled first, Jimmy, you are unhinged. That's your descriptor. You're a sun bear, which your special skill is this: you can sense and smell honey. And 6, you're the face of the organization.
Okay, well, he needs to re-roll because we're not doing the same shit.
Yeah, roll 2d6 again. Your descriptor.
Did that really?
Your descriptor. You're an incompetent honey badger bear. But your special skill is carnage. In your role, you're the brains of the operation. Your stats. You have 2 stats. You have your bear and your criminal. They both start at 3.
Sorry, I'm trying to all out again. So I'm an incompetent honey badger
bear with the special skill is carnage. And you're the brains of the operation. It's like perfect. You got the face and the brains in one go.
Confident. So when this fails, it's Jimmy's fault.
So you guys can speak to each other, but you can't speak to humanoid creatures.
Okay, what were the stats again?
You have 2 stats. It's a bear and then a criminal stat. And they both start at 3. When you use a bear stat, it's like mauling, running, climbing, shrug off damage, scare people, bear things.
Yep.
When you do anything criminal, it's do anything not directly related to being a bear.
And sneaky, except.
So you roll it for everything you do. You roll a d6 again. If you're doing your special skill, you roll 2d6 and pick the lowest. Do you guys want to wear hats?
Sure.
If you want to roll hats, roll 2d8 or roll a d8. Sorry.
Better be a fucking sombrero.
Jimmy, you're wearing a cowboy hat.
Yeah, close enough.
So roll, Ed. You got to roll 2d8.
I gotta roll 2 now.
Just type in. You're gonna roll 2d8 right now, and you get to choose your hat. So 2 is a top. So you get to choose between top hat, flat cap, a crown, a bowler hat. This is for blending, so which one do you want?
You said a top hat,
Bowler.
a crown.
I don't even know what a tribly is. Do you?
Tribly? I'm about to Google.
Tribly or a Fez, F-E-Z. Those are the 2 other options. Fez hats, the ones that little Russian bears wear, where it has the little red cap. Trilby is an old school mafia hat. You want to wear the classic bear hat, top hat, a bowler.
I want the mafia hat.
So Trilby, Trilby. Let's see.
The TRILB.
Trilby. Rolls a dice. The lowest dice they roll is a 6. Frustration. When the plan fails, you run into difficulty. Greed. When the plan goes off without a hitch, move 1 point and bears criminal activity. If criminal stat reaches 6, you're lured into a life of crime and betray the party. So when you see how it starts at 3 for both your stats,
Mm-hmm.
if your criminal stat hits 6, because every time you fail, you get a point. Or every time you do something good, you get a point. Sorry. So I guess you're trying to do both. Random tables set up for the adventure. Honeycon is being held at a lavish fishing village. The prize is, aside from honey, what's number 4? Black orchid honey, which turns anyone who eats it into a goth. It's in a vault. It has laser tripwires. Let's see. The organizer is clueless and exploitable. And the secret is... All right. So that's gonna be fun. So an action. An outcome is in doubt. You roll a d6. If it's equal to or under the relevant stat, you succeed. If it's over the stat, you fail.
Wait, so for ones who want to roll low,
That's what it looks like.
Jimmy, we're boned. We're all gonna be. This is gonna be our sixes and our.
But saying you. So if you roll a 6, something happens. If your criminal ever reaches 6, so you can get points. Every time you eat honey, you can get a point. Or you can voluntarily move a point in between each other to gain like bonuses. But you have to do a flashback on what happened. Alright, so you guys arrive at Honeycon and you notice the area is just filled with humans. They're selling their honey. It is not what you expected. And you know that the prized honey that you want. Why are you highlighted? Stop highlighting. Is in the back building. It's guarded by walls. So what do you guys do?
What you think?
You guys are in the bush. And you can hear the clamoring of like people just walking around. You know, normal merchants walking around.
How am I the brains of this operation?
Yeah.
Remember, you're incompetent though. Your goal is to get the honey.
Come on, figure out what we're doing.
You're the leader. I'm just the brain.
Yeah, and that's why I'm asking you what to do.
It's already starting off amazing.
I'm delegating.
Because Jimmy, you're what? Unhinged? Oh, so Jimmy's gonna lose his shit.
Yeah.
But so you guys are in the bush. You guys can smell the honey. Like there's little stalls and stuff scattered throughout. Like this building has honey in it because you can sense it. Like you can smell it. There's a supply depot over to your right a little bit. Like there's a little bit of different types of honey, but the big load's in a guarded building. Like you can smell honey in this building, right in front of you, Jimmy.
Oh, I know. I'm trying to ignore it. Because I know what we're here for.
You're for the good honey, not the normal honey.
Well, this is a honey con, so they have different types of honey, like different types of bees, stuff mixed into it. You know, you can get honey that's coked out. So what are you guys doing?
I want to scout out the village, but their humans are everywhere.
Is there anything? Well, I don't really have thumbs to pick up or.
So right in front of you guys are these. There's two people. They're just talking. One's carrying a tray full of honey, and the other one's, you know, he's like a common worker. Basically, he's holding it like a sampling tray.
Honey.
So what are you trying to figure out, Jimmy?
I was gonna think if there's something I can pick up or not really pick up, but I'm a bear, so I can't pick anything up. It has to be with my mouth.
Bipedal.
But I can't pick something up and like throw it to try to distract them so we can sneak by them. Is that a motherfucker with a bow and arrow?
This guy over here, he does have a bow, but he's not really like he hunts. That's about it. Let's see. Looks so far. I see four soldiers or 4 military.
Ooh, can we sneak behind this building over here to down to the right on the?
You talking about this direction? Yeah, you should be able to.
Ooh, let's go that way, where there aren't people.
Which way?
Because Ed, you're a honey badger, so you're kind of low to the ground anyway. I don't even know what a sun bear is.
They're the ones with the yeah, they got the yellow thing on the chest.
Oh, that's perfect for you, Jimmy. It's a big, dumb, goofy bear.
And I'm lazy and have a ginormous tongue. Perfect.
The first picture I see is just a big, goofy face just staring out in the distance, like, what the fuck's going on over there? So you come around the corner, and you know, you can see there's a little girl playing, like sitting on the ground playing, and you have a soldier with his back to you, right around the corner. Like when Jimmy peeks his big dumb head around the corner, you can see a guy just standing there.
I want to try to sneak to this bush.
I think if you go ahead and roll your d6, so you see if you make any noise, because this girl's close enough to the bushes.
Fuck.
Because what if you roll a d6, things get complicated. So she didn't see you, but she's like, if you guys make it to the bush.
Holy shit!
The hell is that?
It was supposed to be a link, but that didn't work. Can I delete that shit? I don't think I can.
It's a JPEG apparently.
Yeah, I'm gonna say here. Let me open an image in new tab. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Look at this fucking thing. Ah! Look at that fucking tongue.
So you ran into the bush, Jimmy.
Okay.
You followed him, Ed, or what? Or you let Jimmy do his own thing?
No, because I was thinking the same thing.
All right, so
I need to roll too, or are we going on his?
You might as well roll.
Oh, that's not what I want to do.
So what was your special skill? Carnage. So you guys make it to the bush, but with Jimmy's 6, it startled the girl, so the girl's looking at the bush. So what you guys can do? One of you is a honey badger, and the other one is a giant bear. Right? How big is your bear?
My bear?
See characteristics. Adults are 47 to 59 inches. So you're 4 to 5 feet?
If I'm standing up. They're only a couple 100 pounds.
60 to 176. to the girl starts inching closer.
47.59 and a 60 to 176 pounds. Yeah.
So she's moving closer to you guys.
I poke my head out of the bush.
Who? Hiss at her. Hiss at her.
You scare the shit out of her. She shits her pants. And then you hear her go, "Oh, that's cute." Turns around, goes back to playing. Or no, she has to head home. So she heads home because she shit her pants. I can't believe I rolled a 1. D100 rolled a 1. Alright, so when you guys peek through, you guys can still see this guard heard her scream, and then she said, "Oh, cute," and he went back to doing what he was doing, just chilling, hanging out. He has his back to you, still. Jimmy, you start smelling. There's honey in this building next to you. But this honey is like, it smells like really sweet.
It's not the honey we're looking for. This is not the droid you're looking for.
So what is the plan of operations?
Do you want to hide in the house and take a snack break?
So where that bush is at, you guys can see that there is a open window. Jamie, it's big enough for you. You could fit through that if you tried. And the honey badger, basically your nose gets to the window, so you can't really see inside. Like Jimmy, when you get to the window, you're basically it would go up to basically your middle of your rib cage.
Yeah.
So it's about a 3-foot tall window, or ledge up to the window is 3 foot tall.
Do I see the honey through the window?
So when you guys are looking through the window, go ahead and roll your d6. This is with your senses. Right on the dot. You see the honey. It's sitting on a table. Like, you could almost grab it.
Is anybody in there?
And you look around. There's nothing in. There's no one in there. The front door's closed.
Is the window open?
Yeah, the window's open.
I'm just gonna slide through.
Actually, you could reach it with your tongue. From
Fuck
sticking
yeah.
your head in, you can reach it from your tongue.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Go ahead and roll your. You take a big old glob of it. And let's see. High or low?
Low.
It's goddamn delicious.
I'll take one more glob of it.
So it's that honey, the honey that has the sugar added to it.
Yeah.
That sweetens it up like extremely sweet. That's what.
Yep.
That's what you're slurping on.
Sipping on some scissor.
Basically, you look over at Ed, and Ed's just like trying to stick his head. He's like, "What about me?" And you take.
Yeah, I take another glob of it.
Go ahead and roll your. Jesus, Jimmy. Perfect.
But as I do that one, I look at Ed and like just inhale it.
What are you gonna do, Ed? You're just watching the face eat all this honey and not share it. Ed?
No, I'm trying to think of what I would do because I'm incompetent. I probably don't even notice.
Yeah, but you're trying to stick your head in the window because you're trying to see what your next plan, your move is, and you just see Jimmy's head and he's just sticking his tongue out.
Stupid bear.
Jimmy, you can add a stat to one or the other.
To what?
To being a bear or being a criminal. Get a +1.
I'm gonna be +1 to bear.
Okay. All right. So what's the plan of action now? There's still another jar of honey in there.
Can I grab the whole jar with my tongue?
You'd have to roll d6 and see if you can. You're able to grab a hold of it.
And I bring it out the window.
All right.
So Ed can have some.
The jar comes out. And since you have the jar, it's you don't have to do any skills because I'm guessing. Wait, Ed would do it. It sticks his
Ed just probably
head.
whole head in there.
Hey, Ed, is that what you're doing?
Probably. I'm incompetent. I would probably end up getting my head stuck in the.
Speaking of that, high or low?
High.
Why do you gotta say shit like that?
Yeah, his head's stuck. But Ed, you get a +1 stat to whatever one you want to add.
I'll go criminal.
All right, so his head's stuck to Jimmy. He's like you ever watch a cat in a bag?
Mm-hmm.
He's just kind of fumbling around, running into the side of the building. And speaking of that, since he's making noise, high or low?
I'm making him do it.
Yeah, you're the brains. What do you got, brains?
High or low?
Low.
Should have went high.
People are noticing the noise.
I tried to grab the jar with my tongue and rip it off his head.
Roll a d6. Wrap it around that thing, and it comes. You're able to just.
And when he's done, I start licking the honey off his head.
Yeah, I was gonna say you look at Ed, and he's just a matted mess around his face. You find out Jimmy's a coke addict. You know when they tell you not to snort off hookers' asses? That's what Jimmy's doing right now.
I thought I was the incompetent one.
At least Jimmy's not mad. He likes honey. He loves honey and he gets mad. All right, so
Time to relocate. We made.
you guys look through the bush and you can see that one guard that saw the girl scream is looking at the house. Like he has a confused look on his face.
We can't run around the backside of that house, can we?
I would say yes. You can make it to the backside of the building into the bush on the other side.
That's what we do then.
So that guy was with the confused look opens up the bush, sees the honey pot, and was like, "Huh, the fuck?" shrugs it off, turns around, goes back to where he was standing. Or you guys didn't notice that, but he goes back.
What an idiot.
Alright, so you guys are in this bush. You can see one guard, he looks bored. Looks like he wants to kill something. And Jimmy, the smell. So you have your nose is picking up on something. You can smell poop, and you can smell. It's kind of like a sour honey smell, like it's been sitting out for a little bit.
Gooey.
But that smell is covered up because it feels like there's like a whole bunch of honey in there. It's just that there's a sour, rotting smell inside here and poop.
Vaginal juices. Ew. Bear smell the menstruation.
And then the bush you're in, this building next to you, there's a window. Also, that it's open.
Anything in that building?
So you pop your big dumb head in there and you notice the door's open. And it's a baker. There's no honey in here though. Because he's probably out there selling it.
Is there a window on the other side over here?
So when you look across the room, you can see that there is a window. It is closed though. But it's like a fence gate. So if you pushed on it, it'd probably pop open.
Take one more look. And I look around. And then slide into the window.
So you slide in. You plop down. So like, this is where you're at. So the door, basically where the door's at, you could push it to close it.
And I kind of nudge. Yeah, I'll go ahead and nudge the door to try to close it. Not hard, but just to make it go.
But so you're inside the building, and you turn around. Ed's not with you.
Stick my head back out the window. Dumbass, come on, let's go.
But that's not where the honey is.
We're on a mission. Let's go.
Can I even reach the window to climb it?
Your little paws get up on the ledge. That's about it.
I grab him by the scruff of his neck like a mama bear would, and just.
Roll a d6.
See how hard I bite.
Oh, your stats for a bear is a 4, right?
I'm a +1, so I guess 4.
Yeah, you pick him up like a mama bear and put him inside the window. Put him in there with you.
Nope, I'm holding on to him. And it's good.
Hey, so you
Across
close the
to this
door
window.
quietly, and it didn't do like no one noticed.
And I use Ed. I use him, and I push the window to see if it'll open.
Yep, you push him. You use Ed to open up the window. Ed, your head's outside the window.
And I just drop him outside the window.
And Ed lands in a bush.
And then boom.
Was not expecting it to go this way. You guys can see that there's just he's kind of looks like a jester, dancing around, having a merry good old time.
Oh God. Ed, it looks like we've ran out of bushes.
And then this building, when you look over, it's a greenhouse. It's got flowers, and you can see bees buzzing. But you don't smell honey. But since you're moving closer, the smell of the honey is strong, straight ahead. Like if you followed the path.
How are we gonna do this? Goddamn honey badger.
I don't know. Break a window.
So you guys are in the bush, and then you see the little girl that shit her pants come back out, and she's, just kind of playing, running around.
Wait, was that where the smell of poop was coming from?
Yeah. Poop and rotten honey. But it wasn't just rotten honey. It was all kinds of honey. But the High Queen, delicious honey, you could smell across the way.
So there.
Like, it's way over here. Like, basically, you would have to go this direction. You can see the smokestack from where the house is at. That's where that's what I'm saying. Like, from in the bush, you guys can see the smoke coming from the building you want to get to.
Okay, so we can kind of see where we're going.
Yeah.
We just have a jester and a guard.
Jester, this guard is facing away from you, but he looks bored as shit. Like, he's not really holding his weapon. He's kind of like dragging it.
Yep.
It's kind of like when you tell your kids to go clean. So what are you guys gonna do? Being stuck in a bush. So
I can't see what's on the other side of the road, though.
So from where you're sitting, can you see where I'm highlighting?
Barely.
There's a bush in that direction. Like, you can see the edge of a bush.
So we can make a sprint for a bush over in that direction.
You would most likely make it. Jimmy will probably get noticed. But Jimmy also has a bear stat, so. Because this guy has his back to you, but when you see the thing at the corner of your eye?
Yeah.
Jimmy could be a blur at the corner of his eye. And if you're running around on all fours, you notice that the little girl didn't really care that you were in the village.
So, can I see through this greenhouse to what's on the other side? Like, to the back side? Like, if there's two entrances, or if it's just this is the only entrance and it's just a big giant glass building? Or
this is a big giant glass building. This is the only entrance right here.
Damn it.
And it is a glass building.
Yeah.
All right, Jimmy. Get ready to make a run for it.
Okay.
Where you running to?
He's going to run for the bush.
What, up here? The one I can barely see?
Yep. I'm going to run somewhere else. Make a distraction.
All right.
I'm going to run over here and start sniffing and scratching at the wall. Like I'm looking for a...
So, Jimmy, you were able to make it past the bush. Go ahead and roll your D6, Ed. You're probably just running out in the... So you run out. You catch this guy off guard. You get this guy's attention. And the little girl turns around and goes, "Oh, that's cute. I saw you earlier." But what are you doing? You're trying to, scratch the...
Like sniffing around the wall like I'm looking for, I don't know. You know how when you see, a badger or something, they'll start sniffing on crevices like they're looking for something, like a hole to crawl in?
Okay. So the guard's like, "We should have called the exterminator. Got all these damn critters running around."
Did you make your run for it yet?
Yeah, Jimmy made it with a 3.
Okay. So I look startled when I see the guard, and then I dash off for the bushes at Jimmy. Or actually, I dash off this way around.
Go ahead and roll your d6. All right, things are gonna get complicated. High or low?
I don't like this game. I always guess backwards. Low.
So the little girl is following you.
Of course she is.
So what are you gonna do? Jimmy, you're in the back side of this building, and you can smell sulfur, so that you notice that this is a blacksmith that you're rubbed up against.
Smelly.
And Ed, from where you're at, you know this building right here, behind this wall, is where you need to go. And Jimmy, if you went to the end of the bush, like down here, you could see this bellowing smoke coming out of the building, and there's a wall. So you know that.
Do I smell him? Is that where Okay. I'm still in the bush. It's like really hard. I want to be like right on the edge so I can kind of see out of it.
Yeah. So what you're looking at is a wall. About a 6-foot wall. All right, Ed. You're you're at the edge of the building with the little girl and tail. I think the little girl
I'm going to play this kind of properly. I'm just thinking of Elmira from Tiny Toons Adventure.
So, did you pop your head around the corner yet?
Yeah, that's what I was looking around the corner.
Okay. Let's see. There's a guard. Sees you, just kind of shrugs his shoulder like, ugh. It's whatever.
I'm waiting for the girl to get a little closer, so when I make the dash for the bush, he sees the girl. So it's like, oh, it's being chased. Never mind.
All right. What is your plan of action?
Run into the bush to hide from the girl.
Roll your d6. Only one that noticed you that doesn't care. Or, actually, he sees the little girl chasing you. And he lost sight of you. And then you hear the little girl go, "Oh, puppy, where'd you go?" So, Jimmy, from where you're at, you can see that the little girl is basically pouting. Turns around and heads back the other direction. This guard lost sight of Ed and continues moving when you look down the road. Oh, so Jimmy, you can see this guy, right?
Inside there, yeah.
Yeah, he's inside the building. There's no real windows. The only window was on the one that you passed that he wasn't looking out of.
Okay. I want to try to make it down here to like go up against this wall, like doot, and then
Roll your d6.
Oh Jesus! Yeah, I'm on top of it today. Jeez.
The guard didn't notice you. He noticed the bush move, but it's kind of windy today, so
He would just get a big lick anyways.
all right. So you guys are in this bush, and you notice that there is one guard. You have enough. There's enough room to sneak past him, but good luck on that. But Jimmy, your urge to climb over that wall and get in this building is high.
So it does sound like, because I can see this wall end, and there's another wall down here. I know it's in this area here, though.
Yep. You know it's in this building or inside the fence.
You said it's a 6-foot wall, right?
Yep. Because what I would say you're 5 feet. You could probably stand on Ed, or you could throw Ed over that little edge. But there's a gap in between the wall that leads to the doorway. But the issue is this guy. All right, Brains, what are you doing?
Being incompetent. I was actually watching the other guard, waiting for the other guard to go away.
You talking about the one in red?
Yes.
Yeah,
And then
he's doing his patrols.
I was thinking about mauling this guy and then getting.
You're gonna, I guess, Carnage.
Well, I have the bear with me. I'm the brains. I delegate to the bear.
Would you maul or would you stand up and do a criminal activity? Something that.
What, like steal the key out of his pocket?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out, whether or not you guys are gonna kill this guy
Or knock him out?
or try to. Let's see, how big is Jimmy's paws?
They're not real big.
It's funny. This bear is called a honey bear. Damn, Jimmy has almost a 10-inch long tongue.
Yeah, did you not see the things I posted? Yes.
Is it in Discord?
Yeah,
in
in Discord.
No, I saw that, but I was looking at the actual size.
I'm still working on it.
Size of the muzzle. It just front paws are.
I have till midnight
long
tonight.
and
I
heavy.
can do it after too. Yeah.
Your paw, you get some big paws on you.
No, I could do it tonight after dinner. I have till midnight tonight to post it.
Ooh, Jimmy's getting in trouble.
Yes. Okay.
Jimmy, you got big fat,
Okay.
heavy, long paws. By what this thing says. And they're sickled shaped claws.
Perfect for mauling. Damn, when you look at this thing standing up, it looks pretty fucking.
You talking about the bear? It's got some teeth on it too.
Love you. Sorry.
Yeah, Jimmy. So you got some big claws, or big paws,
Ooh.
heavy, and your claws are sickle shaped. So.
Oh yeah, I use it to crush fucking honeycomb.
So it could be a quick slash. It could get caught in the jugular and rip it out.
Nope. I'm just gonna try to sneak up and do a big paw to the side of the head and knock him out. I don't want to kill. I don't like killing.
It's bear
Try
related,
not to.
so you need a 4 or lower. Your big paw comes up. You smack this guy upside the head, and he. It's like one of those like anime or like when they do the in wrestling when they do like a choke slam.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically what happens when you backhand the paw at his head.
Dope.
Face plants. He's knocked out.
Drag him to the bush.
Guess I drag him to the bush.
Roll d6.
Ooh.
So you start dragging him. You get him inside the bush, but you don't notice that his sword's hanging out of the bush.
Whatevs.
Into
We're
the boat.
bears. We're bears.
So you guys know the security on this has tripwires, and the honey is in a giant vault. This door is open.
Sneak inside and look around.
You look around, there's no one in there. It's kind of an empty building, but there is a back door.
Okay, so we go over to the back door.
You go to the back door, you swing it open, and you notice that there is a giant shed in the back. And Jimmy, when you're inside, the honey smell is coming from the backyard. When you open up the door, roll high or low.
Low.
You notice that there are tripwires across from the house to the shed. There is 2 of them.
Hey, numbskull. You need to avoid these.
So we got to roll to avoid these to get to the door.
Actually, I want to look to see how flat can you get.
Me?
Yep. Like, how flat to the ground can you get? Because you might be able to go right underneath this thing. Because you would think. So.
I'm only 9 inches high.
So less than my shoe. You can almost, if you like belly crawled, you could get underneath them.
So I literally can just low crawl all the way to the door.
Yes, you could.
Well, there we go.
All right. So Ed low crawls underneath all the wires all the way inside. He gets to the door, nudges the door open, and he's inside. What are you going to do, Jimmy?
I'm going to try to go over, try to just avoid them, go over them or whatever.
So you got to roll your d6 because you're a big, goofy, clumpy bear.
Just one.
There's one. Can you make it over the second one?
There's the second.
All right, you made it over both. The fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, the funny thing is, you guys, you got to get out of here too.
Yeah, I know.
So you get inside, Jimmy, and when you both are in there, you notice that it's a big metal door, and it's got a hand scanner on it. But it's not like a technology scanning. It's kind of like a button and a dial, like a boat steering.
Yeah.
But the smell of honey, it's ridiculous. It is. You high or low?
Hi. Oh.
I was gonna say you're gonna be rock hard, but you're doing like the walking hump that dogs do because you're so excited that there's honey. So what is your guys' plan?
Oh, apparently here.
Where's the locksmith?
On the door, looks like a button you can put your hand on, and a ship steering wheel that you can just spin it.
Well, let's push the button and spin the wheel. See what happens.
Let's do it.
Ed, you're gonna be rolling your criminal.
Nope.
So you put your paw on it, and instead of spinning it gently, you just fucking roll it. Like you're in a roulette table, you're just spinning it. You hear it unlocking. You see the door move a little bit. It's stuck. The door is stuck.
Bear.
What the fuck do you want me to do?
Pull?
I pull.
D6. You start pulling and wrenching on this thing. The door is heavy as shit. You get it open just enough for the gap. The door's heavy, so the gap's big enough for Ed to stick his head in. Ed, would you like to stick your head in?
Yeah, see what's inside.
So you stick your head in, and this jar of honey is massive. It's 6 foot tall.
Got it. I have the look that my character token had.
Yeah. It's 6 foot tall and 4 foot wide in diameter.
I pull my head back out and tell Jim Bob that is as big as.
It is basically the size of Jimmy, but a little bit longer. Jimmy, you start sniffing around since you have the door open, and you don't smell the black orchard honey.
This is what I was doing.
Rubbing yourself because honey.
I don't smell the honey that we're looking for.
So the prized honey, like the special honey that they said that was here, you don't smell it.
Yeah.
After cracking that door. But the honey you do smell, you want. Actually, do you want? High or low?
Low.
Yeah, you want that honey. Badly. You rolled a 4.
Ugh. Can I get in there?
You would have to pry at the door again. And
Let's try to do that.
And this Ed's going to help too.
I'll try and help. I don't know how much help I'll be.
Can't give me much help with the 6.
If you roll better than he does.
No.
So the door you guys start pulling on the door, and it just screeches. But you're able to open the door. But it was a high-pitched screech, and you guys didn't shut the door.
Well, I'm going to squeeze in and look around, see if I can't find this prized honey. But in the same time, like as I look around, I'm going to stick my tongue in over the edge and try to lick some honey as I go.
So when you look around, you can see that there's all types of honey. But the prized honey that they said that was there, still haven't found it. And so the honey that you're licking tastes a little funny. Like it's honey, but it's not honey.
Is this sugar-free honey?
Can I climb into the barrel?
How good are they at climbing?
I don't know. I'm going to look inside there. Because I really wasn't looking. I was just licking. So now that I tasted it, I want to look in there and see what it is.
So, Jimmy, because you're 5 foot tall, right?
Yeah.
So you got a foot difference to get it to look inside this barrel.
But I can fucking climb. Goddamn honey bear.
I guess since the barrel is full, go ahead and roll your d6.
If it falls over, it falls over.
No, you start clawing at it and you knock out the cork of the honey. Now it's leaking.
Does it look like honey?
It is not yellow.
Ew.
It's more of a greenish yellow. Like it smells like honey. Kind of tastes like honey.
Is it rotten honey?
But honey doesn't go bad.
If you add sugar into it, maybe.
So when you look at this honey, it's like they started adding stuff to it. It's got little chunks of green leaves in it. But you also can sense honey. But I don't think you would. Because you didn't look inside the greenhouse, did you?
Mm-mm.
So it's honey, but it's not.
I mean, I looked, but because I was looking to see if there was a door on the other end. But I mean, that's about the extent that I said. So.
Do you remember at the hunt when someone grew a green plant? So Jimmy, your tongue's itchy.
Itchy.
You remember when I don't remember who was there. I know Jeremy was there. It had an insect.
I think I was there. Oh, was that the crunchy bug?
Yeah, that was put into the soup. That went down smooth. That was green.
Yeah, but cut my tongue open.
Yep.
I now know why I'm the brains of this operation. I just like the.
Like Jimmy, your tongue's like you walked through like a bristle patch. You know, wearing shorts, like you're all itchy on your legs. That's what your tongue feels like. But you can't help yourself. Like it's honey. Like how much honey there is. So what you guys gonna do?
We still need to find our.
When you roll a d6 for criminal.
Go at it.
Why is this so backward?
We both would have failed, so.
So you guys are like, because they have like little jars in here. Like each one has a label on it. You're not reading labels. You're just grabbing it and throwing it. Grabbing it and throwing it. Like,
finding the one we want.
Like you're not even looking at them. You're like digging at it, trying to look for something that's black. But when you guys were digging, they're smashing in the glass, it's making noise. But Jimmy, you catch the scent of it. When you walk over to it, it's not black.
What color is it?
Regular. It looks like regular honey.
But it smells like the stuff I'm supposed to be finding?
Mm-hmm.
Do I know what this stuff tastes like?
Yes.
I take a test of what I'm smelling.
So you taste it, and it's it smells like it, but it doesn't taste like it. It just tastes like regular old honey. And then you turn around and go back to where those jars were. And you start, you guys start pawing, cracking them open. And you smell it. But tasting it, it does not taste like it.
Interesting.
This is evil.
Well, remember I rolled a secret? Alright, so what are you guys doing?
By the way, from what I've seen, honey badgers are very good at climbing.
Because I know they can climb, I just don't know.
When you get a minute, watch that video.
Did you send a video?
It's in Discord. I started watching it. I don't know what to do.
Well, it's a honey heist. You want honey.
We have honey, but we can't find the honey we're looking for.
God,
now I know what it feels like to be a stormtrooper.
Now you have, but you do have honey that smells like it.
Take what we can get.
Because you guys are like the henchmen of the organization. But Jimmy's the face of it. Like, he's got a pretty little face.
Don't look at me. It's not my fault the information was bad. Let's take the stuff that smells the same and get out of here. Because there's nothing else in here, right?
It's just honey.
Huh? I don't remember.
Huh?
It should have already been signed in.
That's so fitting.
I'll be back.
All right. So you're gonna devise a plan. How are you gonna carry out honey?
Yeah. I don't know. Remember the first part of my name?
Remember, you're inside a vault.
Are there any bags?
Not inside the vault. Did you look out on the outside?
No. I saw tripwires.
Well, that's outside the building.
Okay, I look outside the vault and see if I see any bags or anything that he can carry in his mouth.
There's a what's it called?
A satchel.
Not a satchel. I'm gonna give Jimmy a. Man, I already forgot what they're called. I own one. Fanny pack.
Grocery.
It's a large fanny pack.
Yeah. Good enough.
You could probably put 6 jars in it because these jars are probably 3 inches big.
So about the size of the, what would you say, the Starbucks double shot.
I don't even know what that is. So the height of it is probably the height of a soda can.
Okay.
And the width is a little bit bigger than that.
Oh, all right. So a large soda. A short large soda.
Yeah. Little stubby guy. Trying to think.
Cool.
Kind of like a mug. Like
Yeah.
the diameter of it, because a mug's bigger than
Like a
can.
coffee mug.
Yeah. But it's as tall as a can of soda.
So like a real coffee mug.
Yeah, like an
Not
actual,
like grandma's coffee mug.
like an actual coffee mug. You can probably fit 6 of them in that fanny pack.
Cool. Start loading that up while he's AFK.
While he's sitting there just licking himself.
Yep, I load him up with the fanny pack.
Are you gonna put it on him?
That's going to be horribly funny.
Roll a d6 and say this is criminal because you're sneaking it on him.
Nope. I can't roll low to save my life today. Why can't I be rolling damage?
So we'll say you got it on him. I'm gonna have Jimmy roll if he actually noticed. Because you wrapped it around him like tight. So that's gonna be your consequence, that you tightened it a little tight. So Jimmy is like, all his fat moved up. So he looks swole now. I'm surprised you didn't put it on yourself.
Remember that incompetent part?
I'm gonna put it on the big guy.
Exactly. Well, if you're talking about like having 6 coffee mugs around the waist of a freaking a honey badger, I'm gonna be well impaired.
Um, trying to think. So, did you just put the honey that smells like it in there? Is that the only honey you put in the fanny pack? Ed?
I'd say at least 3 of the ones that smelled like.
Would you like to start cracking up other cans?
Yeah, start looking at other ones.
So when you're looking at them, there is a honey that is kind of an orangish tint, one that is red. There's one that's kind of like a faded blue.
I want to open the blue.
Pop the blue one.
Yeah.
The smell of blueberries mixed in with honey.
No, not what we're looking.
If you pop the red one,
Strawberry?
no, the red one has this earthy smell to it. But it's still honey. It has more of a earth smell to it. Not really dirt. Not really fungus. You pop open the orange one. The orange one is the same smell, or the same one you guys had over in that far building. So it's really sweet and delectable. And do you want to open any others?
Yeah. I'm exploring, looking for the ones that we need.
So you start looking. There's some that have little black dots in it. You got some that have whole leaves in it. The one with the black dots, you open it up and it has a coffee smell to it.
Ooh, coffee honey.
You open up the one that has leaves in it. It's more of a minty smell. And then you notice there's one with blue leaves in it.
Blue leaves?
Uh-huh.
That sounds interesting. I'm incompetent. I would probably open everything and
Are you tasting them all?
probably. At least the ones that don't smell weird.
What's smelling weird to you?
They don't smell like. Actually, you know what? I probably would be tasting them all. I'm a honey badger.
Right,
I can get bit by a cobra and get.
Let's roll this one first. Alright, so you're going to deal with consequences for that one. And you're going to taste the one with the blue leaves in it?
Yeah.
High or low?
Oh, high.
Take a look at it. And you start feeling drowsy. But you kind of shake it off like, what the hell was that?
Nope, definitely not what we're looking for. I'm a honey badger.
But your stomach is like, it's hurting. It's growling.
Shut up, stomach.
No, it's like you have to poop. You know, like you're trying to hold in a poop.
Ooh.
So when you tried the red one, it smelled earthy.
It did not agree with me. That's grandma's. Extra fiber.
We'll just say Zeus had a dealing with this.
Damn it, Zeus.
So the coffee one was pretty amazing.
I'm taking a jar of that.
So you got 2 more slots. Name something you're looking at. color-wise, something that's in it. Because the one you're looking
Probably
for
the
is more of a black, has a black swirl to it, but you're not seeing that. That's the one you're looking for. The black orchid.
Yeah.
It's got a blackish tint to it.
But I don't see that.
No, you only smell it from the ones you got.
You can smell it, but we can't find the damn thing.
Like when you open that jar, the one that smells like it, taste it, doesn't taste like it, but it, like smelling it, you're like, that, it's 100%, it's this. But it doesn't look like
that's
it.
why
It don't taste like it.
it's almost like it's missing half the component.
Maybe.
We need to get back to the greenhouse.
Let's see. So they got actual honeycomb in there. If you wanted some fresh stuff. Basically, whatever honey that you want to look for, you just... They got stuff that's like...
They got everything but what we want.
Yes. I mean, they do have what you want, but you don't see it.
Where is this shit?
As far as you know, you have it.
It just doesn't look like it.
Yeah, it just doesn't look like it.
But it tastes like it.
No, it just tastes like normal honey.
Oh, but it smells like it. That's what it is.
Yeah, it just smells like it. That's what Jimmy's sensing, is that he... This is it. It's just not it. Like, from the details that you were given. Like, told what it looks like, and with Jimmy's knowing what the honey is, that's not the honey.
I don't know. I kind of need Jimmy for this.
You still have to decide 2 more jars.
So that we got the one with the black dots. There's nothing else with like a black swirl in here at all.
No, it's just, yeah, the one with the black dots, that was coffee.
Yeah, I took that one.
The other one that has...
That's for me, damn it.
The other one that has black in it is... So when you open up the jar, it's just black on top. And saying you took a scoop and took the black off, it's yellow. It's like some kind of protective coating they put on it.
I don't know. I'll take a jar of that because it's black.
But
I'm incompetent, remember?
So tasting that, it just tastes like plain honey. And like when you scooped the black off, it was like, you know, when you peel off, you know, you take a milk jug, like the ones with the side little twist knobs, so you twist it off and it has a little plug. Essentially, that's what it looks like.
Oh, okay. So it's like a black plug, not actually black.
Yeah, it's more of like a film or like filter paper, but it had black in it. Because even so, playing as Jimmy, every time you cracked one open, he's like, "No, this the one that he's holding is the one that you want. This is the one that smells like it. This is the one that should be it."
So yeah, I'd grab 4 of the ones that should be it. Probably and then the coffee one because I liked it.
And you still need
and then
one
see
more.
if he. Well, that's where I need Jimmy to see which one he wants.
Roll a criminal real quick. Just to see how well versed you are.
I'm not. I keep rolling too damn high.
So you look at it, you see a B on the one that you think it's it.
Okay.
But you can move points. Remember we discussed that? So, greed. Plane goes off without a hitch. 1 point from bear to criminal. You can voluntarily move 1 point from bear to criminal by doing a flashback. Where you guys are sitting at a bar talking about the plan. And if you keep eating enough honey, you're going to lose a point and it goes in the bear.
I guess I try to think what I'm looking for then. Lose my bear to criminal.
You mean criminal? Oh, bear to criminal? So
yeah.
Your criminal is now what, 5?
Yes.
So your flashback is you guys are sitting around the table. And Jimmy's telling you, he's describing it to you. And it has a specific label on it that says Black Orchard Honey. And it has a beautiful little black orchard on it. Then when you come back, your criminal level is 5.
My bear is 2.
Yep.
Well, I'm a badger more than a bear.
Yeah. You want to roll again?
Sure. Now I roll a 6.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're probably going to roll a 6. So when you're looking at the jar, the jar actually reads Black Orchard, or Black Orchid Honey, with the flower on it.
So it's the right jar.
But
just taste it.
When you described the taste, when you described the color of it, it doesn't make sense.
What the hell? Is it not in the final state, or is it after the final? I don't know anything.
Oh, sorry about that. I was having technical difficulties.
Jimmy, I need you to roll I'm going to roll a D100. You're going to tell me high or low.
Hold on. Hi.
So you notice that for some reason you're kind of swole. Like, for some reason your stomach fat went up to your chest. And, like, you look down and you notice that you're wearing a fanny pack.
What the fuck? What'd you do? What'd you do, Ed?
I gave you a fanny pack so we can carry honey out of here.
How did you get a fanny pack?
He stepped outside the room and looked for an item, and he got a shitty roll and ended up being a large fanny pack. So you're wearing a fanny pack that can hold 6 jars. Right now there is 4 of what is presumably the Black Orchard honey, and 1 coffee honey, and an empty slot.
Alright. So question, this Black Orchard honey, do we just get told the name of it? Or have we seen it? So do we know it's normally black?
You know it's normally black. I was just discussing that with Ed. He just did a flashback.
Mm-hmm.
So because the way you described it is that it's supposed to be black, like a black swirl in it. It has a certain taste and the smell. But it also has a special label that says Black Orchard Honey, and it has the picture of the flower. Ed was doing some, like, looking at the jar and stuff like that. He had a flashback from you telling him this. And the jar that's in the pouch right now says Black Orchard Honey, has the orchard on it. It smells like it, but doesn't taste like it. So as far as you know, you have it, but it doesn't taste like it.
And I got a jar of coffee honey for myself.
And there's 1 empty slot in your fanny pack to put something in there.
I'm gonna go through and smell find one that smells the best,
So how many of you tried? You tried 8, right? Blue, red, orange, normal, coffee.
I tell him to stay away from the red.
Roll a d6, Jimmy.
So I'm like, why am I swole though?
Because he put on that fanny pack real tight.
Oh.
So it kind of like moved your fat up. Guess which one Jimmy likes?
The red one.
Yeah. Jimmy, you smell the red one and it smells earthy like dirt. But not really dirt and not really a fungus. But it's red.
Put it in my fanny pack.
You're not going to taste it?
Nope, I just wanted to smell it.
Because he already opened one. So you could, like, you had 6 smells already out that you could smell.
No. Sure, I'll taste it.
High or low?
Low.
Has no effect on you. But it tastes pretty good. It's definitely phenomenal. But you look over at Ed. Ed is trying to hold in a poop. Like he looks like a little kid that needs to use the bathroom. Like he's like twitching and stuff like that. So your fanny pack is filled. You have the presumable Black Orchard honey. What are you guys gonna do?
Part of me is thinking about taking a dump and then running.
You gonna let loose?
So I'm trying to decide whether I take a dump inside or do it outside.
How are you gonna do it outside?
I'm a honey badger. I just take a dump.
Did you forget that there's tripwires out there?
Yeah.
Ooh, you're gonna shit yourself going down on your stomach.
I forgot about the 2 tripwires. I'll probably go take a dump in the corner outside the vault. Just so I can get out of here in a clean state. We ready to leave? I gotta poop.
So you're so you go and take your crap and it's explosive. It is. But when you look at, like, if you turn around and looked at it, it looks kind of explosive. Like, saying you set it on fire, it'd probably explode.
So the old colon blow from Van Wyck.
Boom boom shrooms?
Oh.
It doesn't affect Jimmy. Jimmy likes it. But apparently it fucks you up. So I don't know.
It was kind of like the crickets. They messed up what's his name, but I was fine.
Yeah. Are you gonna tell Jimmy what that is? Because you look at it, it smells sulfury coming out.
Got it. Don't light a fire.
Well, also Jimmy has the jar in his fanny pack.
Be careful with that jar. It's somewhat explosive.
Jimmy's just in heaven. He's rolling around on the floor around all this honey because you guys have jars of honey just spilt everywhere. Smashed.
All right, let's get out of town.
So you make it to the house underneath the wires. So you get in the house and still no one in there and the door's closed. You remember coming in here, you guys didn't shut the door, you left the door open. Because you left it how it was.
Huh?
What are you doing, Jimmy? You still rolling around back there?
I'm probably going to start working my way out now.
You gotta roll your 2d6. So See if Jimmy's a big clumsy bear.
Ooh.
Jimmy makes it over the first one. And then forgets that there's a second one and steps right on it. You step on it and you wait. You see nothing happen. Like you're waiting for like a trap to happen or sounds. Nothing happened. But Ed, since you're inside the building, you notice that there's a bell ringing when Jimmy's Jimmy's in the backyard. You look out the door. Jimmy's stepping on a wire, and you see a bell ringing on the inside.
Dumbass.
As Jimmy enters the building, the bell stops ringing. But it was like when, like church bells, it's like the real low.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. That's kind of a weird bell to have. Jimmy, as you enter the building, you notice that the door is closed also.
The door coming that we came in to get in?
Yep. And you guys left it open because that's how it was.
Interesting.
Are there any windows looking forward?
Yeah, there's 2 windows. One on each side of the ends of the rooms.
Go poke my, look out the window, just kind of creep.
Because the window is kind of like, what is that? That stupid church glass, where you can't really see through it, but you can see shadows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you notice that there is a guard. He has a confused look because he heard stuff breaking, but he can't figure out
where the noise is coming from.
He thinks it's from inside, and then he probably trapped the honey badger inside the building, because that's why the door's closed.
So you're saying the front door is closed, so
Yeah.
we probably want to go around the side now.
Well, when you're walking around on the floor of this building, the wood's kind of soft. Like it feels like it's kind of rotten.
Oh, so maybe it would go under the house.
Maybe a bear could probably pry it up.
What? What do you need?
The wood's soft.
Basically, you're watching Ed pace back and forth, running around on the wood, and you guys are noticing the wood's actually really soft, like it's water damaged.
To the basement. Maybe we'll find Jeremy.
No, Dory.
Okay, yeah, maybe we'll find Dory.
I don't know how many times he got stuck underneath the house, just peeping his little
It was
eyeball
hilarious.
through the hole as he watched you murder people.
I guess this was on one of the things I missed, huh?
Yeah,
It was another one shot. I gouged the guy's eyes out.
Go ahead and roll your d6, Jimmy, if you're going to tear up the wood. The wood's coming up easily. So when you get underneath this thing, it's like a trailer. You know how the trailer has it's off the ground and it has little sides.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So they made this house look pretty that way. They made it look like a whole house, but it was just kind of, they put it together to be a building.
So it's a double Y.
Essentially. But through the cracks and stuff, you could see this guy. He didn't notice you guys dug up the wood, so he's just kind of staring at the door like he's waiting on someone. What do you guys do?
I'm going to try to sneak into the bush.
So what, you're going to pop the panel? Says a D6 is a bear. and you need to roll a 2 or lower.
It's not criminal to be small.
Unless you're gonna do it like you're using your hands, like you're creeping through a door instead of using your face.
I was trying to be sneaky about it.
Alright, you can do it as a criminal.
I guess I could have done it as a bear.
So you pop this thing off. Didn't hear it. Because you probably did a panel that's probably big enough for you. Jimmy, you probably get stuck going through this. Because you are
And this is ripping the skirting off the bottom of the house.
Yeah. But whoever put it on didn't put it on very well, because if you look at it, there's cracks. Like where they're supposed to meet up, there's cracks big enough to look through. Like you can stick your eyeball up to it. It's like a crack in between, like, you know when you crack your door open? And you can look at the hinge, it's about the size of the crack.
Huh.
And he just slid one over. And he was able to open it and get to the bush.
Is there room for another one to move?
There's another one right next to it that you can move it. You just have to nudge it over a little bit so you don't get this fanny pack stuck.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm doing.
Alright, roll your nudge. Instead of nudging it, you're getting mad because the honey badger left you, and you just smash it over like a hammer. The only thing the guard hears metal scrape, or hear it just scrape along the side, but it didn't see where it came from. But he heard it.
Whoop. Oh, all the way out there.
So you're in this bush, and you can still see the guy's knocked out.
I teabag him a couple times with my tiny wiener.
It's an innie. You guys hear the guard open up the door, go in.
Should we make the run?
And
Let's just try to make it run all the way out of town.
And you hear, what the fuck?
Time to run.
And high or low?
You call it?
High.
Yeah.
So you run past these guys that are like selling wares. The guy with the tray just kind of stares at you as you guys run past, but doesn't make a noise. He's just like, "The fuck? Why is there?"
It's like, what is in the honey I've been eating?
I guess
Exactly.
we did have honey, so you expect bears and a honey badger to be here.
That's what they were wearing hat.
I think that's why.
That's in a mini pack.
I think that's why he gave you an eyebrow, because he's, you know, when you do like what the hell? You do an eyebrow as you run past, is like, that guy's wearing a hat. Huh. Circus in town, I guess. So you guys make it out. You guys head back to your hideout. You sit down at the table. Ed, I'm guessing you take your jar out. Jimmy, you probably take your jar out. You guys are sitting there eating it while the boss is looking at this. He cracks it open, smells it. He goes, "What the hell is this?" And he takes a big whiff. Looks at it, reads it. Sticks his paw in. Those motherfuckers faked it. Only thing they added in was the fragrance. So this town is selling a knockoff, a fake. So the little secret was the prize is fake.
Hey, I got my coffee, honey. I'm happy.
So they were selling basically, you know, a 20 gold honey, or the orchard, black orchard, orchid, it's 20 gold. But they're selling it as that, but it's regular honey for 2 gold. So we take
Man,
regular
when did
honey
my rogue show up?
and selling it for 20 with the label and just adding the fragrance to it. And that's the end.